3 years ago, my friend Adil turned his parents' garage into a business headquarters. One laptop, one folding table, no investors, just an idea and obsession. Within 6 months, he was pulling in more than most of us make in a year. But then, everything started collapsing. Orders stopped coming in, his payment gateway froze. Two of his closest friends, co-founders, walked out without warning. The business that once looked like a rocket ship burned out midair. And the worst part? He had no clue why it happened. It wasn't the competition. It wasn't bad luck. It was the foundation. Adil didn't understand how a business should actually work. He had no idea what internal controls were. No grasp of roles, governance, or how culture silently kills productivity. He didn't know how to manage people, let alone systems. And I'm not saying that to criticize him, I'm saying it because I watched it unfold. And I realized something. Everything he was missing was laid out, clearly, step by step, in the ACCA Business and Technology syllabus. Not in some boring textbook way. In a way that can literally save your business, your job, and your sanity, if you actually understand it. So today, we're going to walk through the entire ACCA BT syllabus, not as a list of chapters, but as the story of what went wrong, and how it could have been prevented. We'll break down every concept with Adil's journey as our roadmap, his wins, his mistakes, and the lessons that could change the way you think about business forever. Because this isn't just an exam syllabus. It's a survival guide. And if you miss what's coming next, you're missing the part that could make or break your future. Before we go any further, you need to understand something crucial. The ACCA BT syllabus isn't just theory stacked in 9 chapters. It's the blueprint of how every smart business, small or global, actually operates. And it flows like a real-world story. Think of it like this: you start with understanding what a business is. Then you explore who controls it, what environment it survives in, how it's structured, why it functions the way it does, and who leads it. Each section answers a piece of the puzzle Adil couldn't solve in time. And here's the full map to complete ACCA BT syllabus for UK students. The business organization, stakeholders and governance, the external environment, organizational structure, organizational culture, financial systems and controls, audit and internal controls, leadership, management. Now let me walk you through each of these, not as a teacher, but as someone who saw the cost of not learning them in time. 1. The business organization. The garage dream begins. When Adil first launched his business, all he saw was the product and profit. But what he didn't see was that a business isn't just about selling. It's about understanding what type of organization you're running. Is it profit-driven, mission-based, public, private? Each model demands a set. The ACCA BT syllabus begins here for a reason. It forces you to ask, what's your business trying to achieve, and who is it really serving? Adil didn't ask those questions. He built without a blueprint. And that's where the cracks started. 2. Stakeholders and governance. The silent tension. As Adil's brand grew, he brought in friends as partners. That's where things got tense. Who made final decisions? Who owned what percentage? Who handled clients versus operations? No structure, no clarity, no governance. This section of the syllabus dives into the stakeholder web, owners, customers, employees, government, suppliers, and how power, control, and responsibilities should be balanced. It teaches you why corporate governance isn't just for big banks, it's the backbone of trust in any setup. Had Adil understood this early, his team wouldn't have collapsed over confusion and ego. 3. The external environment. When the algorithm hit back, then came the algorithm change. His Facebook ads stopped working. Costs went up. Revenue dropped. That's when you learn about the pestle framework in BT: political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal factors. Adil thought external forces were bad luck. But if he studied this section, he would have known how to read shifts, prepare for changes, and adapt. Businesses don't operate in a vacuum. They survive by scanning the horizon. 4. Organizational structure. Everyone was doing everything. At one point, Adil was designing, shipping, emailing customers, tracking inventory, and so were his friends. Chaos. No defined roles. No hierarchy. Just effort everywhere and accountability nowhere. This section of BT explains the importance of having a structured approach, tall versus flat structures, centralized versus decentralized decisions. You understand how power and responsibilities should be distributed to keep systems running smoothly. Had they used this model, they could have scaled without burnout. 5. Organizational culture, the unseen killer. What really broke the team wasn't money. It was the culture. As pressure built, trust eroded. Meetings turned into arguments. No one knew what the vision was anymore. There was no shared belief, no values guiding the team. Culture is invisible, but it decides how people behave when no one's watching. BT teaches you how organizational culture, whether collaborative or toxic, shapes outcomes more than strategy. And Adil never defined one. So it formed by accident. And it failed him. Here is how to study ACCA BT smartly. Now that you know what's in the syllabus, here's how to study it the right way. Use real UK business examples. Don't just read definitions. Apply the topics to real businesses like Tesco, NHS, or UK startups. It makes concepts easier to remember. Create mind maps. For complex topics like structure or stakeholders, use mind maps. It helps you see how everything connects and makes revision quicker. Watch videos instead of just reading. Use YouTube to understand topics like leadership, culture, and motivation. Visual learning is more powerful than reading pages of theory. Practice past papers. ACCA questions test understanding, not memorization. So do exam-style practice early and often. Connect tech with people. Learn how technology affects leadership, systems, and decision-making. BT is about the future of business. Related to your own life. Your job, university, or even your football team. Use them as real-life examples. BT is everywhere, not just in boardrooms. What you just watched isn't theory. It's the foundation of how real businesses win or fail. And if you study ACCA BT the right way, it won't just help you pass, it'll change how you think. That's exactly why Education Bench exists. We make professional education clear, practical, and real, so you're not just learning for exams, you're preparing for life. So if this video made things click for you, don't stop here. Subscribe to Education Bench, explore the rest of our videos, and start building the knowledge that actually sticks. This is where future professionals start smart. And you're one of them now.